I'm not in my normal setting. I'm in the office where my team works right now. And I thought this would be a fun place to sit and chat about something that is always on my mind. And I talk about it a lot, but I think you may want a little bit of encouragement as to why it's a good idea. And that is the idea around buying your time back. When does it make sense to spend money so that you can have more time in your life, whether it's for work or for family or for play or for fun, so that you can go after the life you want? Good morning, good life. Welcome back to AMYTV, where we come together to help you go after the life you want. There are ways, sometimes really, really affordable ways, for you to buy back your time. So I want to unpack 7 different ways for you to do that so that you can think bigger about how you spend your time on a regular basis and how even the little things might take more time than you think. Here are 7 ways to buy your time back and get more efficient. This is one of my favorite topics. I'm very pumped about this. Number 1, and probably one of my most favorite. I'm just gonna put it out there. I had to say this one first because it's just so important to me. Grocery delivery. It was something I was already doing before the pandemic, and now it is just how I live my life. Why do I need to go to the grocery store? First of all, you buy all the bad stuff because you're starving when you get there. Do you ever notice that? Like, it's like, don't ever shop hungry. But when you really strategically pick out your grocery list and shop with like an Instacart or whatever is available to you in your area, you task somebody who is brilliant at picking out great groceries to pick your groceries out for you so you don't spend more than your budget, you get everything you need, and meanwhile, they're shopping for you. You're not wandering around the store looking for things. You're not wasting all of that time. Someone's taking care of it for you and they bring it to your house. Now, I understand you're gonna pay a little bit more. Sometimes there's a membership that goes with these apps where you ask someone to shop for you. Sometimes you're tipping the person who shops for you. Hopefully not sometimes, hopefully you're tipping them every time because these people work really hard for us. So yes, it's gonna cost a little bit more than if you were to go to the grocery store yourself. However, think about all the things that you won't buy in an impulse spend. Think about all of the time that it takes to go to the store, park, go inside, get the cart, start looking around for everything on your list, go back to the aisles you missed because crap, I missed this item, I gotta go, and you spend so much time. Think about all that time you get back and all of the extra money you don't spend because you stay within your budget and with your list. It's huge. I absolutely love the people who do these grocery shopping tasks because I am able to do so much more with my time and I don't have to worry about if we've got food in the fridge or not. The second way to buy back your time is also the sponsor of this episode of AMYTV, and that's our friends at HP Instant Ink. I don't know about you, but the last thing I need in my life is to be doing something, getting something done, being focused, being in the zone, printing, and seeing those marks on the paper because there's no printer ink. Like, that's a tragedy every time it happens because you go, what do I do? Like, literally, what do I do? I now have to freaking find ink? Nobody needs to make that last minute trip to the office supply aisle. It's a complete waste of time. This is what I love about HP printers. If you already have an HP printer that has Wi-Fi capability, it is most likely eligible. Check out the link in the description to find out for sure. But you can also just buy an HP printer and be able to try Instant Ink for free. Here's what happens. You sign up, you get a welcome kit in the mail, you get all of your initial cartridges for your printer, and the printer will actually communicate to your HP Instant Ink account, let it know that you're low on ink before you run out. The internet does this for you. It's amazing. And at the time then you run out of ink, oh no, what do I do? Oh, I know. My ink already came in the mail. It's ready to go. Reset the ink in the printer. Let's get this project done. How is this not possible for everything in our lives? I don't know. But this is why I only rely on HP printers for my day-to-day printing needs. It could be business, it could be personal. Buy back your time and enroll in the HP Instant Ink program. $5 a month can get you printer ink for 100 pages. So one little monthly fee, less than how much I paid for coffee this morning, is going to make sure that I have enough ink for a pretty normal amount of printing in my day-to-day life. There's no contract, there's no annual fee, it's just ink on the regular when you need it and only when you need it. So you can cancel, you can pause, you can totally change whatever plan you have with Instant Ink at any time, no strings attached. If you do any printing whatsoever, do this to buy back time and become more efficient in your day-to-day. I do not want you sweating when you run out of ink, okay? So check out details in the description down below on how you can check out HP Instant Ink. And thanks again to them for sponsoring and making possible this episode of AMYTV. Number 3 is inspired by my favorite subject, which we've already talked about once, food. Not only can we get groceries ordered for us and taken care of and brought to our house, but we can also have meal delivery done as well. There's a number of different ways that you can do this. One of my favorite ways is to order a food prep service that comes in the mail. So like a HelloFresh has been my saving grace for a number of months now. I will literally order it every week because then I know no matter what's happening throughout the week, there is food in the fridge aside from my groceries that is perfectly measured out and ready to cook with a recipe card and everything. But my husband and I actually also expanded into hiring someone to meal prep lunches for us. I am notoriously bad at prepping lunch. Notorious. I don't got it in me to plan 3 meals a day. It's not gonna happen, honey. I got businesses to run. I've got my dinners already in the fridge at night so I can check out, work on that in the evening. But for lunch, when it's like go, 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 and we gotta eat and we wanna eat healthy, we now have somebody who is making lunches for us. She drops them off every Sunday, so we have meals throughout the week. And all we do is pop them out of the fridge, pop them in the microwave, unless you're a freak like my husband. He actually eats them cold. I don't know what the deal is with that, but that's it. Lunch is ready in a minute and a half. And it's all because of this small business owner who is meal prepping for people like me who are very busy. What am I paying for that? Somewhere between $10 and $14 a meal. That may sound like a lot. It sure is. Unless you genuinely don't have time. And then you end up in a situation where you need lunch and all you can do is Postmates. And you know that stuff gets to be $20 a meal, sometimes $25 a meal, because you've got all these fees and ordering out is a lot of calories and it's a lot of money. So this actually is more efficient. It's ready to go. I don't have to make a decision in the moment and order when I'm starving, which again, not a good idea. And I get all these meals in advance and I'm helping someone else with their business or their side hustle, and it is a dream. So if there's a way for you to find out how to do meal planning or meal prepping in some way with someone that makes it maybe a little bit more affordable because of how much time you get back and less decision fatigue, this is huge. And I know that a lot of people can't do this, but I'm trying to give it as an example as something that works in my life. And anytime I get brain space back, I can apply that on my business and I can at least make 10 times that in the amount of time it's going to take for me to cook something instead. My next tip for buying your time back and being more efficient in your life is in particular an area of weakness for me. And so this is not going to be something I think everyone does, but if you are like me and you are quite weak in this area, you may want to consider it. Now, this is going to cost significantly more because ordinarily it would only cost you time and materials. However, I absolutely love paying for this because again, I'm helping a small business and I don't have to do it. And that is house cleaning. We think we're good at house cleaning, okay? I'm a tidy person. I keep things clean. I like a good Windex action on my mirrors. But for the most part, when it comes to baseboards and toilets and bathtubs and all these things that you forget about, and then after a month, you're like, ugh, I live here, oh my God. Those things start to add up and they get really grody. And so it's really nice to have someone who's amazing at spotting those things, amazing at keeping up with those things, because when the weeks go by, you've got work, you've got kids, you've got commitments, you've got all these things. All of this time goes by, and having a healthy environment at home is critical for your family. So if you're not keeping up with it and you can't keep things clean, having people who are really, really good at this is a very good idea. Again, this is going to cost more. You are asking people to do a tough job in your home, but the reason we pay them what they're worth is because they're excellent at this work. And I love having them come in, and I love just being like, hey, you need anything? And they're like, absolutely not, let us handle it. And I'm like, okay. Like, it's so amazing to have that taken care of and to be able to then pick my head up from work and be like, oh my gosh, my house is so clean. I'm so grateful every single time. I've always got cash at the ready to tip those people because I don't always know how much the business is going to pay them for that hard work, and I appreciate it so deeply from my core. So again, this is not going to be something for everyone, but what I know about myself is that I'm a tidy person, but I am not great at scrubbing the baseboards. I am terrible at cleaning floors. This was such an issue when Lucy was alive because of all the dog hair that was on the floor, and it adds up. So where I need help with that every once a month or every 6 weeks or so, I love enlisting the help of the people that are really, really good at cleaning house. Like, it makes me feel better. This next one is, I go back and forth with it because, to bring up Lucy again, she's no longer with us, but I often reflect because she was my dog since I was 18 years old. What could I have done better for her? I don't know how. I do not know how this girl got to be 16 and a half. Like, how did I raise this dog to 16 and a half years old? I tried very, very hard, but I was a very naive dog owner. And one of the things I think I would have gone back and done better was just more effective, more efficient, more loving walks for her in her younger years. By the time I figured out how to really walk a dog so that they are healthy and happy, she was really too old and couldn't see anymore to be able to walk very well. So this is something I regret, but something that you may consider if you are a pet owner, and again, this might not just be for dogs, this could be other animals as well, is dog walking. You may think you're the only one that can love your animal hard, but you're wrong. There are people who love animals so much. I would actually put my husband in this category because he's such a dog person. But there are people out there who are obsessed with all animals, like all fur babies. And those people are incredible individuals who walk dogs for a living. And so I would have probably invested more in this in Lucy's earlier years. I guess the internet wasn't exactly caught up with it at the time. Had that aligned, I would definitely have hired a dog walker, probably a few times a week, just to make sure that if I'm not able to do what really needs to be done for her in her day-to-day life, that somebody was there to do it for her. She's a living being. She needs exercise. She needs vitamin D. She needs all those things. And I think I may have underwalked Lucy, and that's a regret that I have. So I wanted to bring it up as a way that you can buy back your time and still be an amazing pet owner that is helping your animals stay really happy and really healthy. Next, I want to talk about a really, really great way to buy back your time and absolutely literally move you forward, and that's transportation. I'm actually a very, very proud board member of the Central Ohio Transit Authority here in Columbus, Ohio, and this is so much fun for me because I get to watch this company continue to grow and increase mobility in the area. So not only are they getting people from A to B, and you're probably familiar with either a bus, a train, an Uber, or whatever the case may be, but all of these forms of transportation are there to not only transport us, but to make our lives easier and more efficient. You can now ride a bus, ride a train, ride a subway, get in the Uber. You can charge stuff, you can use Wi-Fi. It's absolutely amazing. And you get all this time back, where if you would have driven your own car to get somewhere, you can't do anything else when you're driving a car. I hate to break it to you if you have tried. You've got to drive and you got to focus on driving, and that's it. You just gotta get there. But when you're using a different form of transportation where you are not the one that is in charge of making sure the vehicle gets to its destination. You get to focus on catching up on emails. You get to take a call. You get to do all of these things that are gonna help you to make the most of the commuting time. We really live in a moment right now where commutes are something we are hyper aware of more than ever because the conversation around working from home is more prevalent in different companies. But if you are someone who does need to commute and you're driving, ask yourself, why do you drive? What is it really doing for you that is making your life more efficient? On the day-to-day basis where you're going to have to commute places, no matter what the circumstances are in your life, add up all that time and figure out what you could be doing during those moments that is not pertaining to driving. Transporting in a more efficient way helps you get more done. And my final tip for helping you become more efficient by buying back your time is another one that not everyone's going to do. I think it depends on how you feel about different things about your home, but I highly recommend hiring people who are amazing at what they do when it comes to home improvements and landscaping. Your girl does not have a green thumb. She's not interested anytime soon. I am kind of interested in like growing seeds in my window and maybe having a little basil plant, but that's about it. I do not want to make sure my yard is perfect. I want someone else who actually sees the vision and is basically an artist at what they do in landscaping to do that for me. And they're worth every single penny so that I can look at my beautiful house and go, wow, look at the potential come to fruition here. My husband definitely does some things in the yard, so I'm not gonna take that away from him completely, but it is so nice for you to have that compliment. When you have someone who's really designing the yard, and then you can kind of do some things in between. It's kind of how I feel about the house cleaner as well. They make it wonderful, and then I just kind of make sure it stays kept up and nice in between their visits. I feel the same way about a landscaper. If you don't know how to do things in your home, do not try to do them yourself. Like, your home is an asset you want it to appreciate. So when you are trying to fix something or when you're trying to improve something, having someone who knows what they're doing is not only smart money spent, you get that money back when you hopefully sell your asset and makes it more valuable, and you have all of the time it took in return as well, where you can be using that time to be making money. And that is what I like to do with that time. At the end of the day, any one of these choices is a personal decision. You need to know what your life is like. You need to know what your time looks like. You need to go maybe do some calendar blocking to see, oh wow, actually, yeah, it took 2 full weekend days for me to do what I did in the yard, and I did not enjoy it. That's a great perspective to take for the future and say, if I could get that time back, how much would it cost, and is that worth it to me? That is a personal decision, and I think everyone's gonna have to go through that when they look at each of these options for getting time back in your life. But think about what you could be doing with that time, whether it's making money or spending time with your family. What can you do to become more efficient and actually be living the life that you want? Again, make the decisions that are right for you. Don't spend money frivolously and not make the most of the time that you get back. Those are my ideas for you to buy back some time, become more efficient. I would love your suggestions. Please share them in the comments down below so that we can all become more efficient together. That's all for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it as always. Remember, subscribe for good vibes, kiss the ones you love, and go after the life you want. Cheers.